Hello my friends, my name is Ryan Freeman. Welcome to my life and my apartment where I am currently trapped by Typhoon Gaemi. Typhoon Gaemi hit Taiwan yesterday, Thursday. Work was canceled for a lot of businesses, including my school. And then work was canceled today as well. Although the typhoon has moved off and is about to hit China, there is still a lot of wind and a lot of rain. And so I really can't go anywhere. I am trapped inside here. I must apologize for any sort of echo in this room. I prefer not to do videos inside my apartment just for that reason. But if I don't make a video right now, I'm gonna go crazy. There is nothing for me to do other than read, do push-ups, and let's face it, how many push-ups can you do? And watch TV or play games, and I can't just do that constantly. I need to do something productive. I've washed my dishes so many times. I've walked around my apartment pacing like a prisoner because this Typhoon Gaemi has me as a prisoner. Now I should say, I could go outside. I could go outside and I could just, enjoy being blasted by the wind and the rain. And I did go to the supermarket yesterday to pick up some groceries. And it was fun. It was fun, but I really did feel like it could knock me down. And no joke, this Typhoon Gaemi has killed people. In fact, even in my city, Kaohsiung, there was an old woman driving her scooter and a tree just toppled right on top of her. Just crushed her. So in my own city, and then in another part of Taiwan, the parapet off of the roof of a building came tumbling down, crashed on top of a car, killing a mother, 45-year-old mother, and critically injuring her son. So, there is risk if you go outside. Now, I've been in typhoons in China before. I've been in typhoons here in Taiwan before, but this one felt particularly strong. Usually, I've gone running in typhoons with my friends in China. I usually don't really let it stop me. I've done a video on a typhoon day here about a year ago, but this one has felt stronger, and I did look it up, and it is, I believe, the strongest typhoon that's hit Taiwan in 8 years. So a lot of wind, a lot of rain, and some death. Now, it's very weird, the timing, because I just came back to Taiwan this past Saturday. So a week ago, less than a week ago, I was waking up in Southern California to sunny blue skies, the perfect temperature, in a nice American house with my family, and hi, how are you? Oh, great, blah, blah, blah. What's going on with Trump and Biden and all of that, in my American life. I spent 4 weeks, a holiday there, and then I fly back here, and just within a day, a couple days, the weather was just gray and cloudy, and I did go to work, and it was cool to see my old coworkers, but it was still kind of it was nice to see them, but it was still kind of a weird shock to go from America back here to Taiwan, and then suddenly everyone's speaking Chinese, the culture's different. It's not so easy to communicate with everyone. And then the weather's so different than sunny Southern California. And then being trapped in my apartment for the past 48 hours. Jiu-jitsu's been canceled for the past couple of days. My girlfriend is not in the city. I will see her in a couple days. So being completely isolated, and outside is just gray, mist, sleet. You can see the moisture and water in the air just flying past. I'll show you guys a little bit what it looks like on my rooftop right now. And consider that the typhoon has already passed, and so what's happening right now is nothing compared to what was happening yesterday. I was told by one of my co-teachers that I may even have work canceled tomorrow because our school is located in an area of Kaohsiung that does get some flooding. So what basically happens is the government, I'm not sure if it comes from city governments or from the entire, if it's a national thing. I don't exactly know who makes the decision, but a typhoon warning will be put out and a typhoon day declared, usually sometime in the late afternoon the day before. So it was like Wednesday late afternoon that I received a message from one of my coworkers saying that work would be canceled for Thursday. And then yesterday, also late afternoon, I was given a message, official looking message, that work was canceled today. And so I may get a message later on today that work will be canceled tomorrow. And normally I'm like, even though actually I do love teaching, I wasn't teaching for 4 weeks when I was in Southern California, and then when I got back to teaching this past week, which I've only taught 3 classes, it felt so good to be back in front of the students and doing the thing that I enjoy and that I get paid for and that I feel fortunate enough to make a living from. Even though I do love teaching, it is always nice to have a day off, right? Because there's always other things that we could be doing. But at this point, I'm almost praying that I do go to work tomorrow so that I'm not stuck in this apartment for another day, because God, I mean, it's like I'm not quarantined. I guess I could go out, but I have a scooter and a bicycle. Now, if I had a car, I could drive to the shopping malls or to the cinema. My girlfriend told me that actually in Taiwan, the cinemas and shopping malls are a popular place where a lot of people will go. But I'm not riding a scooter and I'm not riding a bicycle, and I'm pretty sure all of the public transportation is shut down. In fact, I live on the 20th floor. I can look out at a pretty good section of my area of Kaohsiung, and you see very few people on the road. You'll see the occasional car, the occasional scooter. You'll see sometimes a family walking and they're being blown around a little bit, but very few people on the street. And Taiwan is an extremely densely populated country. So usually when you look out the window, you see all sorts of life going on. Now all you see is just gray, and just wind and rain and all of that. Not a lot of life whatsoever. Of course, it's not something like, oh, I hate typhoons. I don't hate typhoons. It was just such a shock. Like you will get a culture shock. Like I got a culture shock when I went back to America for holiday, just because even though I'm from Southern California, I've lived there for so many years of my life, it was so different than what I was used to living in Taiwan for the past 2 years. And then, when I came back here, I had that culture shock again. It's funny how you adapt. So you adapt to a place within a few weeks, and then even though I've been living here for the past 2 years, there was sort of this readaptation that had to take place. But it's the weather shock, just the radical difference in the way that when you look out the window in Southern California and the birds are chirping and it's blue sky and it's so nice and everyone's happy there. Yeah, not everyone's happy. There's everyone's complaining about the prices when I went back, but it's the type of weather that makes you cheery and makes you smile and makes you friendly. And right now it's just kind of miserable weather. But the Taiwanese people are friendly, and we will have good weather again, I'm assuming. Maybe not this week. In fact, the weather forecast looks like it's going to be rain, and nothing but rain for quite a few more days. But in a couple days, I'll have my girlfriend here, so it won't be so bad to be trapped here then, right? You know what I'm talking about. So it's just a different life out here, okay? Culturally, weather-wise, depending on where you're from. So I will say, if you're a foreign English teacher or an expat who doesn't have a family, and you don't have roommates, that you should be prepared to have a lot of hobbies. Luckily, I have this YouTube that I can at least spend part of my day making this video. and reading my book or watching a TV series or listening to podcasts or cleaning my apartment, which isn't always a bad thing, or doing some exercise, which I'll probably do as soon as I get off of this video. Anyways, I just wanted to give you guys an update. This Typhoon Gaemi has been interesting. At first I was kind of happy to have a day off because I was still adjusting from jet lag, and then today I've been going a little stir crazy. So anyways, thank you for being with me right now. I hope that you guys are enjoying the weather wherever you are, and I do enjoy weather. It reminds me that this world is alive and changing and not just static and the same, because change is good and it's inevitable. And my name's Ryan Freeman. I hope that you like this video. Give me a thumbs up. Bye-bye.